Should I fire it up?
Go for it. Had any replies yet?
Not yet. This is going to be fun, I reckon. Going to be...
I hope you're right.
Yeah. We need to get an intro done. Like some sort of jingle.
Yeah.
Come up with a jingle, I think. To have like a proper, like... couple of minutes.
Bear with Bam.
Bam, bam.
He's Bear with his bear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I tell you what I might do. I might have your Twitter open at the same time, see if anybody says anything.
It's quite weird.
We can interact there, can't we? I mean,
yeah. I got my stream chat open as well, so just if we get someone in the chat, we can say hello.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we can't. Okay,
that's going to look really shit on YouTube, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
So we can just explain that we're streaming it on Twitch, and someone's.
Well, that's something to learn for, because I can actually put my stream chat up on the screen at some point as well in the future. So that's something we can do. Can evolve. Can get with the times.
Absolutely.
I'm fucking baking, right? Literally, we've been sitting here. I've been sitting in this chair for like the last 2 hours trying to get this thing set up, and I've not got the fan on, and I am sweating like a bastard.
And you've got a warm beer next to you.
This beer right here. You can't see it because you can't see me, but this is had ice all over it, and it's beautiful, and it's like so crisp and.
Yeah, mine have left a wet ring on the table, but now they're not wet anymore. Both of them. You have to drink them quickly.
I know.
Have you opened it?
Oh yeah, I opened it. Yeah.
Oh, you bastard! I was waiting to open it on.
I should have done. Opened it on there.
Are we starting?
I think we started. Yeah.
And are you live?
I'm live. I've been live for the last couple of minutes. Yeah.
Because I can't see you on my.
Well, hopefully it's live because it's saying it's live.
Yeah, there you go. You're live here with BAM Video Podcast 1.
Number one.
I better turn the sound off.
Yeah, turn off.
Let me just check what the sound sounds like.
Hopefully it's good. I'm going to keep talking, so it's really hard for you to hear it now.
It sounds. Your mic sounds really cool. Mine's okay.
Cool.
And I'm going to adjust my webcam slightly because I've realised.
We can have like a new spin-off show, Darts with Stoninho, because you've got a dartboard behind you.
Darts with Stoninho.
hasn't quite got the ring to it. We have to think of other ways. Stone Speed, yeah, dude. Cheers. This has been like years in the making, trying to actually do something like this, and it's
ridiculous.
I know. It's crazy.
This is the easiest thing for us to do. I could have just come around your house and talked.
I know.
But yet, for some reason, we keep putting this off.
It's weird, I know, because I've got to look into my camera here, but like I've got you over there, and I've got you over there. Like I don't know which one to look at. Can we ching it?
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
That's probably made my camera completely out of focus, but
it's not too bad actually. I think we're right.
Good start. Spilled it all over my face. Yeah.
Can't drink.
Come on.
It's a girl drinker.
Can't drink, won't drink. So what are you drinking then, mate?
I am drinking some beers left over for my birthday. It's a Staropramen.
Oh, Staropramen.
Staropramen. It's my first one ever.
You know that bar in Watford that I keep saying we should go to, the really posh one with handles?
Mm-hmm.
The over 25s bar.
Staropramen's
on tap there.
Is it?
That's what I drink. They serve it in litres.
It's not too bad actually. It's all right. It tastes all right.
It's not bad. It's Czech, I think, isn't it?
I have no idea. I have no idea. It's wet.
Well, I'm
it tastes all right.
In honor of our Mexican friends who had the earthquake yesterday or today, this morning, whenever it was.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Mexican Corona.
Oh, nice.
No lime, just
Nothing fancy.
No, nothing fancy. So that's beer number 1. Beer number 2 is lined up on the side here.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not being. Yeah, I've got the same. I'm doubled up again, so it'll be the same beer.
I'll be going Italian on the second one.
I think because it's been such a long time to get this podcast going. We should talk about the challenges of podcasting first, because it has been crazy.
Yeah.
To try and get this going, it's it seems something would be so easy to do, but it's the logistics of getting people like yourself, me, and Rob to actually do it is crazy.
It's kind of mad how easy it should have, but we've got all the technology in the world. We've got, we're busy people, but we've got time, right? I mean, the amount of time we've spent playing video games when we could have been podcasting.
I know. It's but it's difficult. We literally sat down 2 hours ago to do this, didn't we? It took us 2 hours just to iron out the kinks.
This is the first time we've really tried.
Yeah.
And the challenge with getting the video feed to show both has been much more difficult than I thought it would be.
Yeah, we've gone for a little gem you found, Viber. It's the only one that seems to work.
I mean, it's not perfect, and I mean, I'm looking at your stream at the moment, and it looks okay.
Good.
Yeah. But who would have? I mean, I didn't know until a couple of days ago that you can only use a webcam on application.
No, that's crap.
I had no idea about that. So we'll solve that for next time.
I've got another webcam. I can do another one. We can have like multicam, crutch cam.
Crutch cam, yeah. I've got 2 webcams as well, so I can put one in my ear so that you can, take a look in the ear. But so I guess my question to you then is, what are we going to be talking about on these podcasts? Because I'm hoping that this isn't our only podcast, right?
No.
So if we do this on a regular basis, what are we going to be covering? I mean,
I think, obviously, this first one was just to actually do it. And it's going to be a bit all over the place. It's going to be a bit jumbled up. We're going to be going off-piste with very little structure, which could be actually the format for every single podcast we do. But, this first one is just to get it under our belt. I think the stuff we're going to talk about is stuff we enjoy, stuff we're interested in at the time. It's not going to be just... I can't see us doing current events and things like that in the news. I reckon things like beer, boobs, computer games, sports, boobs. Because
it's an important topic.
There's 2 of them, so we have to talk about it twice.
Yeah, agreed. Left and right.
Yeah. So.
And if you've seen Total Recall, middle was.
Yeah, that's a good film. Yeah, things like that, films as well. Like, why can't we just talk about stuff we just want to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like tech. I probably will talk quite a bit about tech, and certainly I can talk a bit about the audio setup I've got now for this stream, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I won't go on to it now, but maybe at some point in the future.
I can bore everybody with my topic of esports.
That's it. Yeah, you're the sports side of things, because things like the COD, I like playing it, but I've not got as much knowledge as you in terms of esports. Who's your favourite team? What teams are there?
What teams?
Yeah.
Well, there's hundreds, but the team that I follow is probably the most popular one, which is Optic Gaming, who actually today, and I'm going off on a complete tangent now, but today announced that they've bought one of the Overwatch League places. So I don't know if you know, but essentially Blizzard created this game Overwatch, which is this FPS kind of bit strange actually when you see it.
Is that the one? Is that the one was like Battleborn? Like Battleborn's obviously going to be now announced it's going to close now or stop being updated.
Not sure.
I thought I saw a tweet recently about Battleborn being stopped because Overwatch done so well, and they're both released at the same time.
Could well be. I mean, Overwatch is an FPS, it's a first-person shooter, but it's a bit weird because every character's got completely different characteristics. So it's not like a Call of Duty or a Counter-Strike where you've got 5 players who all have, similar stats, and you just have different loadouts. They're all a bit weird. But I've never really played Overwatch. But
I never have either. Never have.
No, and Blizzard have announced that they're doing a league, so they're going to have a league, but instead of doing it by teams, they do it by city. So it's more like a kind of American style franchise. But the franchise costs to buy a city was millions. I mean, I think it was like 17 million per city. And the two of the biggest esports teams, which is Envious and Optic Gaming, have both today announced that they've bought franchises. So I think Optic Gaming have gone.
I think it's crazy how, like, 10, 20 years ago, when your mum and dad told you couldn't make a living from gaming, to where it is now, like, you can physically. It's something you can train for when you're 10, 11 years old and actually make loads of money on. Whether the bubble bursts in years to come, but I don't know. It's crazy, man.
I don't think it will. I know this wasn't one of the topics, but, so we'll move off of it fairly quickly. I know it's my passion and necessarily else's. I don't think the bubble will burst. I think other games will come out that will build on it. Yeah. And I think it will grow because your millennials these days, the kids, it's kind of, you see a lot less people, teens, and being more interested in YouTubers. I think they published something last year that said the most influential people in the UK. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure one of them was KSI. who's a YouTuber.
Oh yeah,
One of them was Ali
yeah,
A.
yeah.
You know, and Syndicate was on the list as well. Not necessarily top 10, but these, you know, I mean, these YouTubers are making millions, and they, you know, Zoella has got books on every single shelf, and I was on Amazon earlier looking for something, and she's got products all over the place, and they're just YouTube. So I can't see
it's probably not just it's not just you, but YouTube's probably like a good outlet for them. But it's probably now they've probably got sponsorship deals, they've got like endorsements, they've got all that kind of stuff going on as well. So I would imagine that YouTube's probably a very small amount of what they earn now.
It probably is. I'm sure you're absolutely right.
Do you think esports will go down we're going down towards the way of Tron, where you're like you be playing electric computer games and you'll be physically in danger and like make it because it'd be more exciting if it didn't. Like maybe think of like the Running Man.
Could you imagine Daisy? Can you imagine Daisy in real life if you were
exactly
playing the game?
Like everyone wants
someone tapped you on the shoulder.
There's always that quest for that next adrenaline rush or the next big thing, and eventually it'll be like computer gaming where if you get shot in games you're dead or you get hurt or
something comes out of your.
You get kicked in the nuts in the computer, yeah.
I don't know. Virtual reality is going to go so many ways, but if you're thinking like that episode of Red Dwarf, Gunman of the Apocalypse,
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Well, certain elements of it would be cool. I don't know about dying and ending up in the video game, but yeah, there were some things in that I remember for home video gaming, but no further comment required. Who knows, mate? I don't know.
I remember.
It's an exciting time.
Yeah, I know. Touch on VR. I know we did like a little video before on VR.
I was just going to mention VR.
Yeah, because it goes through a little phase of good games coming out. There's been a few good games about 2 or 3 months ago, and it kind of seems to just die off. I'm really worried that it's going to become a fad. It doesn't seem like you got. I know Fallout 4 is coming out soon. For the Vive only at the moment.
Skyrim's coming out as well, isn't it?
They'll go. They're going to push PS4, the PSVR. That's what they're going to push. I reckon 'cause that's going to be more mainstream. Yeah, because everyone's pretty much got a PS4 in their house, and it's very easy to jump to that VR. But I'm just worried because everything comes out now. It just seems to be dog shit. It's very lazy.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, Project Cars 2 comes out on Friday. I don't know if it's coming straight out. But I think I heard that Battlefront 2 is going to have VR as well.
Really?
But I think that's going to be
console.
Well, the new Spider-Man game is PS4, and I sent you a link of VR. That's quite a cool idea. Imagine being able to like sling webs from your arms in VR with the touch. Yeah. That's quite cool. But again, it's PlayStation, so. We'll see. I mean, to be honest with you, mate, they brought the best game out for VR.
Yeah. If I am completely honest, and listeners, if you are listening, cover your ears up. That the majority of my VR.
I know what you're going to say.
The majority of my VR endeavors at the moment is pornography, because at the moment it's just mind blowing. But yeah, that's all my VR headset gets.
You need like I said. You need.
Anyone want to buy a headset?
You need the Red Dwarf. No one's going to use your touch control. You need a Red Dwarf style groinal attachment, don't you?
I know. You do.
That's it. Yeah.
I think you can get stuff like that. I'm not sure. I'm not looking into too much.
I think we should change the subject.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, but we on that subject though, we should play Star Trek Bridge Crew again because that was so much fun.
Well, stream it. Why not stream it?
Yeah,
I've got multicast. I could do rather than just having a whole screen, just being the whole game being boring. I could have your webcam on it. We could have my webcam on it. Yeah, why not? We could have like we're doing now. You in your headset. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Me and my headset.
All right. Just promise me you'll be wearing clothes.
I'll be wearing clothes.
Okay, good. All right, that's all that matters. After the previous discussion.
Yeah, but that's a good idea. We should do more.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, we should. So yeah, we were talking about starting.
Yes, yeah, we've spent I would say at least 50 to 60 messages on WhatsApp over the last couple of years, talking about it, not kind of always agreeing on what we wanted to do, all saying yes we want to do it, and then it kind of sort of that was the last of it. We didn't actually do anything besides that, but ideally, I reckon in my mind, I'm sure it's in yours as well. I want this to be me, you, and Rob. I want us all to do it.
100%.
Yeah.
I think having 3 voices or even a guest voice every so often would be quite nice to be able to bounce ideas off of and just, have a laugh.
We're all very close, but we've all got very different like interests and things like that. We have obviously we've got common interests, but like you've got your esports and things like that, and you have sports and your American football, and so I couldn't tell you anything about American football at all. But I'm good at my techie. I would say I'm quite a techie person. And we've got Rob, who's good. He's got championship football and retro gaming and things like that. He loves all that stuff. So,
well, I think we talked about it initially. I know I certainly wanted it to be. I'm quite a structured, organized planner.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, I didn't want to go into it without having some kind of a plan. But I think as time has gone on, I just like the idea of, having a beer, having a chat.
Yeah, because it's not always easy to meet up, is it?
Topics.
It's not easy to meet up all the time. Even though we do only live about 25 minutes from each other, somehow that's a life, isn't it? Life, it's the real world. Like
it's crazy.
We live 25 minutes from each other, and we hardly see each other because we're just so busy.
Well, the thing is, I can see, you can see it on the next to you. There's a chair sitting next to you. I could have come over, put 2 mics on, and recorded a podcast.
Oh yeah, this is webcam. I can actually piece of review. No.
And that's the thing, and it's kind of one of those things that, you're working. I'm not working at the moment, but I've got other things that I do, and it just never works out. So anyway, we'll try and make this a more regular thing.
How's your So, because you was going to do like when you sort of finished your job, you was going to do like golf and things like that.
Finished, by the way.
Fucking hell, man! Alcoholic.
One down.
So you was
one.
going to play a lot of golf. What you like all that sport stuff? Have you sort of done that? You've been playing golf?
No, I haven't actually touched a golf club since no, that's not true. The first week, I was taking golf lessons with a professional coach.
Yeah.
And not saying that I'm any good, but I was essentially found somebody that was a professional coach through a work thing.
Okay.
My company used to sponsors, or my old company sponsors some pro golfers, and one of their fathers runs a golf society academy.
Yeah.
So I signed up and paid, and it was a decent price, and I had probably 7 or 8 lessons, and I think
cool.
it improved.
Did it help?
Golf.
Yeah, as I say that.
I think it did. I mean, I've had lessons many times in the past, but what they tend to do is like, this person's only going to take 2 or 3 lessons, so we'll just go through the grip. Whereas this guy really used technology, and video, just swing, and showed you what you were doing, tweaked things, and he made it sound very simple. I don't know why I haven't played since I've been off work. I've had plenty of opportunities.
I'm okay at pitch and putt. It's when I have to sort of whack it as hard as I can that it just goes like I can't control it. I just want to.
It's the most frustrating game in the world. I'm sure a lot of people that play golf will agree that you hit a good shot and there's no better feeling. Well, there's a few better feelings, but it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
When you hit a bad shot, you want to throw your clubs in a lake. And
yeah, I got a bit. I would go through clubs like crazy if I did that as my hobby. I would I get wound up so quickly about stupid things.
It is an expensive hobby. If you want a decent golf club, they need to fit your swing.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks you pick up a golf club and a golf club's a golf club, but the weight of the club, the length of the club, it all makes a difference. The thickness of the grip.
That's pretty. I could be semi-pro. I could be like a Tiger Woods or a Nick Faldo. Is he one?
Yeah.
Jesus
Nick Faldo
Christ.
is Sir Nick Faldo. Yeah.
Seve Ballesteros. He was one, wasn't he?
He was before he died. Yeah.
That's about as. That's they're the only golfers I know, and that was like years ago.
Yeah. No, I think it's a brilliant sport, but I think my biggest challenge of it is that it takes about 4 hours for a round of golf.
Yeah.
You tend to have to get up very early, and I'm not good at getting up early at the moment.
I've not done a proper 18-hole course, but where's the motivation come from when you on your first hole or your first 2 holes and you mess them up so badly? Do you want to just go home, or do you start again, or because your whole thing's gonna be ruined, isn't it?
The mentality of it is that you take each individual as a separate challenge, so that if you have 2 bad holes, you try and get it out of your head and get back to where you should be for the third, so that you've got 14, 15, 16 good holes. It's not that easy though, so I do tend to go into a bit of a sulk.
Is there ever the temptation to cheat?
No, I don't. I don't actually, but there are people who do, but
yeah, it seems pointless if you do that, doesn't it?
The problem is if you're playing against other people,
Yeah.
you know, you may be tempted to want to win, but normally the person that I'm playing against is myself. So like if I've played a course I've played before and I know I went round it in 95 or 90, I want to go round it in 89. I want to go round, you know. So you're cheating yourself really if you go, oh, I had a brilliant round and you didn't. So I tend to be really honest, and you know, I know people that have picked up their ball and thrown it closer to the green.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's them. So
what about you? So we're both kind of like very similar. Both. I'm just turned 40. When are you 40, Stoney?
Next July.
Next July.
I've got nearly a year.
Still a baby.
You old
baby.
bastard.
Still a baby. But we were kind of in similar boats. Like when I was working with a company for most of my adult sort of working life, a while back.
Debatable whether you can say you're an adult, but yeah.
Yeah, but I left that job on my own like decision. I wanted to leave. I had a chance to work from home and things like that, so did that. But then I got to a point where I was just sitting at home, maybe 3 or 4 months in, and it's great. It sounds great, but I kind of lost all focus. Like, what do I do next? I've only ever done sales. What am I good at? I can't do anything. I'd love to do something like self-employed. I've got no qualifications for it. Yeah, I can mend a plug socket, or I can do that shit, but I've got nothing really behind me in terms of qualifications. Luckily, I've got another job. But you're in that boat now. You're in the boat I was in, where you're kind of in limbo, aren't you?
Yeah, very much so. I've spent 20 plus years of my life working in hotels for the same company, doing different jobs. But for the last 10 years, I've been doing the same job and kind of getting promoted within. But ultimately, I've been doing the same job, which is data and analysis and coding. So I'm kind of been pigeonholed really into that. And now I've come out of it because of a very bad boss who...
Did he touch you sexually?
He touched me here. And he touched
I get all dull out. Can you tell me something where he touched you?
He touched me. Yeah, where's the dummy?
Well, on the bottle of beer, where did he touch you? Did he touch you
in
the hole?
He touched me here, and he touched me here. No, so yeah, he was just a poor leader. He was one of those people. He would tell you what you needed to hear. Yeah. But do completely the opposite. And you know, I was finding myself and my team were getting frozen out.
That's a sign of a weak leader, really, because if he can't tell you up to the face what he wants from you, that's just crap.
He didn't have the balls to say the truth. So anyway, long story short, I left. I had 6 months notice because I was quite high level, so I had to work 6 months notice and came out. And I wanted to take a break for about 2 to 3 months, which I've done, but I'm struggling to find the motivation to go back out there now. I've got a bit of money behind me, so but I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'd really like to get into, I don't know, gaming, esports, sport, something like that. You wouldn't
want to do like what you did before. So what coding was you doing? You can't get into gaming. Was that easy transferable? No, different skills.
No, different skills. It was SQL coding. So it was kind of more writing reports and analysis using large data sets, but I don't really want to do it because it wasn't exciting.
So over my head.
It's, you know, there's a lot of people who do it, but it's not my cup of tea. I kind of shifted into that role, choose to go into it. So when I'm out, it was a good thing.
So esports would be your sort of ideal.
I'd love to work in esports. I'd love to work in sport. I'd love to work in gaming. You know, but we'll have to see. I mean, I'm starting to. It's just tough, but there's a motivation thing as well. Months off now, so waking up in the morning and thinking, right, I want to get out there and find a job. I'm not there yet. I'm still relaxed.
Well, I got to about 8 months, and I was literally waking up. I was going to bed without worrying about what the time was. Didn't even care what the time was. I didn't set my alarm. I was waking up whenever I woke up. I would pretty much spend most of the day just dossing around doing bugger all. You probably get in that rut where you just don't look after yourself. You have no routine. Sometimes I shower every day now, but at the time you sometimes think, well, fuck it, I don't need to shower today. I was going for that. I don't know if it's kind of linked to depression. I don't know, but it's just I felt weird at the time. I felt really sort of out of myself. I didn't really want to go out at all. I still don't really want to go out much. Maybe that's just my age, but I used to remember like jumping at the chance to go out to get drunk. But it seems to be that I just get to like close to the event, and I just think, oh, I can't be bothered.
I think that's age, mate. I really do, because I'm the same. Getting up for a Friday night used to be easy. It used to be like, you were buzzing for 3 days of the week about a Friday night out, whereas now it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a hangover over the weekend.
It's weird, yeah. Because
when you're there, you love it, but there's a change in motivation as you get.
I've got Vicky now. I've got Jessica. Jessica's like 4.5 and comes up to 5. Absolutely beautiful. She's such a little princess. And like when I go out, I'm thinking to myself, I'd rather be at home now, just sitting down in front of the TV, just snuggling up with my family. Yeah. It's
age, mate. Unfortunately, we're both there, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't try and plan a night out. We've been planning a night out for ages.
I know.
So I think we should motivate each other.
We had planned EGX. I mean, let's talk about EGX because we had planned. Well, we had planned to go to EGX. Unfortunately, this is probably, if someone's watching and they're expecting us to go, I can't go, which is a pain. My work is, I work for the police now, and I'm doing shift work. Unfortunately, over the last couple of months, but it's normally teams of 3 in the shifts. One of our team left, and then last Friday, the other person left. So I'm literally on my own in a team now. It's quite daunting because I'm literally looking after offenders all over the country. But I'm working on Friday now, 3 till midnight. I can't physically see a way of me getting out of it. I've spoke to my supervisor about trying to get shift cover, but we're just short staffed, and
there's nobody, right? That's the thing.
I know it sucks, but I'm trying to think if I can get in the morning or at night time. But what time's the party finish? Because I can't get there at I finish at midnight, so I wouldn't get there till 1. So what do I do?
Yeah, I would have thought it probably finishes about that time. I would have thought.
The worst thing is, like, I am now working for the next 5 days. The same. I'm doing 2 till midnight tomorrow, but then 3 till midnight, 3 till midnight, 3 till midnight, 3 till midnight. So I'm working. It sucks.
But I saw one of the replies. I don't know if he's watching, because obviously when this goes on YouTube, this is being streamed on Twitch at the same time. So, but Dino sent a message out asking who was going, and one of the replies I saw was that for next year we should definitely try and organise well in advance, get the hotels booked. Everybody make sure you got the days booked off, and get a bit of a,
Yeah, I don't. Was I working at the time when I first bought a ticket? I don't know if I was, or whether I just got into it.
No, I can't. I think it was the other way around. I was working, and we've swapped over now, haven't we? Where you're working and I'm not. So
you're definitely not going to go. You could just go for days. I think Dino's and that are going to go. Septic's going to go, and
no, I'm not going to go. No. I think I'm going to go to the rugby with my dad instead. So it's a shame, because it would have been fun to see. Because you went to EGX last year, right?
Oh, EGX, yeah. Like, we went to I-59 recently, and it was okay. I thought the best bit about that was getting drunk at the bar. The actual show itself was lackluster.
Bit of disappointment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, you said it was a lot smaller than EGX.
Oh, it was a hell of a lot smaller. Yeah. There's so much more.
It's funny because I saw some of the streams of I-61, and it looked like it was bigger.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but I think the year we went, a lot maybe would have turned up, didn't turn up. So, like, if you remember, Firefox was supposed to be there. Wasn't she cancelled at the last minute. It was absolute bullshit excuse. And we watched the video.
Wasn't it because like her sponsor wouldn't pay for the flight ticket or something stupid? It was.
She said it was last minute and expensive, and what we took to mean was that they wouldn't buy her business class or something stupid like that.
Stupid.
But like for the last 2 Insomnias, Syndicate's been there and he's had a stall.
Yeah.
And I wonder why he didn't go to 59. So I don't know. It kind of feels like that one that we went to was just a particularly bad example.
Yeah, it's probably just a flat, and it's the end of the year when it's getting a bit flat. But EGX, I went last year. If anyone's going, it is really, really good. It's low. It's crazy busy. Be prepared for like queuing for hours for stuff, but the stalls are cool. The games there are cool. It's a good atmosphere. Lots of cosplay. Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it, and it would be. I reckon because there's a lot of good games coming out at the moment. I reckon it would be a brilliant experience.
Well, there was a couple I sort of had my eye on. because there was going to be a playable demo of Battlefront 2. And I don't know if you saw any of the streams from E3.
Not really.
E3 or Gamescom.
Yeah.
But the Battlefront 2 multiplayer space battles, if you haven't seen it,
I haven't.
YouTube.
Yeah.
It is stunning. It looks so much fun. Like you have to do like the trench run on the Death Star, that kind of thing.
Cool.
It looks so good.
I try and avoid demos as much as I can because a lot of games have so many good demos and it's so disappointing when they actually come out. At least if I don't see any demos or trailers, my expectations are quite low.
What was the one a few years ago?
Was that cool?
The trailer, Dead Island, I think it was, and the trailer came out.
Yeah.
This game's gonna be Island Resort, and the game came out and it was absolutely poo.
We had that. You had Alien Colonial Marines. That looked fucking incredible. Sorry for swearing, but it did.
Yeah.
But it was one of the most pieces of shit game. I think it's been patched a bit now, and it's playable. It's okay, but it was still such a letdown. It was one of the first ones which had that false advertisement where they had an E3 demo, and then which was amazing, and then the actual product was nothing like it. And it's obviously happened loads of times since then, but that was, from my memory, one of the first ones, which is such an obvious one.
Yeah, it's why I don't pre-order games unless I know that it's going to be good, which is hard to say. But things like the new Call of Duty, World War II, I've pre-ordered because I know the people that are making it make good games. Is it Sledgehammer? I think it's Sledgehammer. Yeah. I know they make good games, and it's Michael Condrey's the head of the studio. I just know that it's going to have. I played the beta, and the beta was really good. So you just know it's going to be good. But most of the time, I do not pre-order because you just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
massive controversy when that came out. To be fair, I didn't play it at all, and I didn't play it after the first download, the first patch or the second patch.
Mm-hmm.
I picked it up recently because it was on sale after all the patches, and I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. I ain't played much of it.
It's quite a good game now.
It's not quite what it's still not there where they said it was going to be in terms of multiplayer, but they've introduced an element of it there. But it's a beautiful game. It's if you're just chilling out, going from planet to planet, it's pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
I think there's a lot of PC players have had their fingers burnt with games like DayZ.
PC get shat on all the time because obviously the money is in consoles. It's just so easy. It's easy for developers to make games for consoles because it's one system. It's got all the same components in it, whereas PC could be any sort of PSU. Sorry, could be any CPU, could be any GPU. It's any RAM. It's just, there's so many variables for PC.
Well, another thing, there was another AAA title that was going to be sort of have a hands-on area GX, and the name escapes me now.
What kind of game was it?
I can't remember. Similar to Battlefront kind of thing. I can't remember which one. Anyway, but there was but I know that Destiny or Bungie have got a Destiny 2 showcase there.
You're playing that, man, aren't you?
Man, so good.
What are you playing it on? Are you playing it on Xbox? PS4. Is it on Xbox?
Yeah, it's not. It's on Xbox, I think, but it's not on PC yet.
When's the peak? Because I will try. I didn't play number one, to be honest. If I'm honest, I got put off by some of the bad reviews when it first came out about spongy sort of shooting and grinding and being a bit repetitive. Obviously, it's.
I think the thing that a lot of people they do realize because a lot of people play it, but Destiny is very similar in many ways to games like World of Warcraft, or the Division is another example of that kind of genre. I call them loot 'em ups. I don't know if that's the right name for them, but essentially you do things like raids. There's a solo element to it, but then there's a group element to it, and you kind of have to get a team together to go and do a raid, and you maybe repeat the raid over and over again, but each time you do it, you're getting better and better loot. So it's all about trying to, strive for exotic items and things like this and get your level up and up and up. And there's something really addictive to me about, so anybody listening to this who knows Destiny, I've hit the level plateau of about between 260 and 270 power. and it's a real struggle to get over. Once you get over about 280, you then start going up quite easily into the 300s. But a lot of people struggle when they get to about 260, 270. But I haven't got anyone to play with.
Does it have a compelling campaign? Is it just like raids?
The campaign's really good. No, the campaign
is it short,
really
or is it what? Is it like full good length campaign? Or
I probably spent 12 hours over 2 days playing it. So it's a decent length for a console game. But there's
co-op,
you can do it co-op, absolutely. You can do it with a team of up to 3 or 6, one of the two.
Okay.
But it's so much more than the story, because there's side missions. You know, there's a lot of multiplayer elements to it where you're playing on your own, but you'll be walking around one of the levels, like the European Dead Zone. Or
will other players be walking around as well, will they?
Other players are walking around as well until you actually physically
get
into a mission.
Very, very much like World of Warcraft then, when you're sort of...
Yeah, exactly. And then what will happen is there'll be an event. So suddenly a spaceship will come out of the air and drop a load of enemies, and you'll have to all work together to destroy that enemy.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
And it will show up on the map, so players will all run to that point because they know that they drop really good loot, those public events. And there's a public event kind of on either side of the map every 5 minutes.
Okay. When they drop the loot, is that like if someone picks it up before you? No,
it's individual to you.
They can't see the loot. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they can't see, so you can't steal loot, which is the same until you go into the central area of the map, which is called the Dark Zone, where you can steal loot.
Okay.
So in the Division, they've kind of got both. They've got a PvP and a PvE section. In Destiny, the PvP section is more like COD. It's on a map where you go around shooting each other, and it's like first team wins kind of.
Yeah.
Which is quite good as well. But I love Destiny 2. I will
give it a try. I will when it comes out on PC, because I'm a bit of a PC whore, graphics whore. So I will get it when it comes out and give it a try. Would you get it on PC? Do you reckon, or would you bother? To see it in the visual.
I might just to play with you, because I think that there is a whole.
Play with me.
Yeah, can I just come around and play with you anyway? No, but I think you can play the game solo, but it's so much better if you play it with other people. And on PS4, I don't have anyone else really to play with. I've got a group of people that I'm in a clan with, but they kind of are their own separate thing, and I'm just tagging along.
Okay.
So I think the thing is, like, for me, you and a couple of other people, when it comes out on on PC, to be able to go, right, we're going to do a raid tonight. And then they have these, like, the raids go up in sort of difficulty. So there's one that came out last week, you might have seen on Twitter, which was called the Leviathan. I think some of the streamers took 10 hours to complete it.
Jesus. Okay.
I don't know why it took that long, because I haven't entered it, but yeah, I think that would be the kind of thing that would be quite fun to do on PC, to sit down on a Friday night with beers and go, right, we're going to do the Nightfall raid this week.
We could do it in a style of like a beer with BAM. We could be doing like drinking game Destiny raids.
I don't think you'd want to be drunk when you're doing that 12-hour.
Well, we could do things like Player Unknown Battlegrounds. I got it right this time.
Not pubic bug lice underground.
But I'm saying, like, we could like spice things up. Have like a points chart or a leaderboard chart or a kills chart, and loser does a shot or whatever. We could do that.
Yeah.
Not all the time. Obviously, we'd be alcoholics and we'd probably have to go to hospital and shit like that. But yeah, it'd be quite fun.
Mm. Well, I think that would the multiplayer element would be what would convince me to play it on PC. But I played Destiny 1 on PS4, loved it, spent way too many hours doing raids and, powering up and leveling up. And I stopped.
Sorry to stop there, Stoninho. Sorry to stop there. I've just noticed my beard looks really weird on camera.
Doesn't? What do you mean weird?
Well, I said to you earlier, I've got I reckon, this is obviously totally different to what we're talking about, but...
Your beard isn't in Destiny.
No, but I think I'm going to have one of those, like, the chops. The way, because you don't know, right? It's all genetics and DNA. What you're going to get? It's like a Kinder egg. It's what you're going to get. But I'm going to go out and see what I've got. But it looks like, I think, because I've got some bits missing there, but I've got a bit there. I reckon it's going to be chops. I reckon I'm going to have, like, Mr. Moon's got it. I reckon, obviously, Wolverine's got it. Hugh Jackman. That's what I'm gonna have.
Can I just stop you now? Are you calling yourself?
No. No. I'm gonna have him. I can feel it. I can see it coming. But you can't see it much on the camera. But I have got some wisps of white hair going through it. So I'll be a Logan type.
Oh, don't. I've got grey everywhere.
Dude, grow yours out, mate. Come on. That'd be cool.
I tried. It was horrible.
Well, how does yours grow? This is like 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. Mine was not even anywhere near as long as yours after 2 weeks. My hair is very pre-adolescent, even though I'm 39.
Does it grow everywhere? Is it on your balls yet?
I have it all over my balls and up the shaft, to quote the In-Betweeners. Yeah, well, no, I can't grow it. Anyway, Destiny.
Yes, Destiny, yeah.
Next topic.
I will buy it. I definitely will buy it.
So, yeah. One of my questions that I wrote down that I thought we could talk about, there's been a lot of debate recently in the DayZ world, which I know you and I kind of spent a lot of time.
I think a lot of people have spent a lot of time with those kind of games.
DayZ. And obviously, I mean, you were big in the miscreated scene. And, you know, we've played a lot of pub battlegrounds recently as well.
Yeah.
There's this big debate raging about third versus first. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I said to you, let's play PUBG. You haven't played it for a while. They've got the first-person mode out.
Yeah.
And I think within one game, would it be fair to say that you were sold?
Totally. I couldn't imagine now going back to third person. Why would you want it? Like, it's so obviously an advantage, or like not even. It's not a cheat because it's part of the game. It's like third person. It's a style of game, but it feels false. It feels, if you kill someone behind a wall, it doesn't feel as rewarding as it does in first person when you're like, you've spotted someone, you can stealth after them, you can like hunt them down. Yeah, first person to me, it links into DayZ as well. I love first person, that kind of survival game and that sort of kind of game. DayZ is so much better in first person. The problem is,
totally agree.
There's too many people who want to play third person. I don't know why. First person, people give it a chance. First person is incredible. Same with Miscreated. First person is absolutely insane. It's a beautiful game, but you don't get the full servers.
Yeah. Going back a couple of months ago, there was a lot of, they called it Twitter drama. Because I think one of the people who ran one of the DayZ Twitter groups was very vocal about.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
do you remember it?
DayZ TV. Yeah,
very, very vocal, and I think the side of that argument I came down on, although I didn't get involved in it because it seemed like it was that you should give people choice.
Yeah.
So I agree that, you know, the best thing to do is have first person and third person servers, and then you choose what you want to do, right? Because some people prefer to play in third person. First person makes them feel sick. That was one of the biggest arguments people say.
Well, yeah, that's
don't like
a good point. You can get head bob. Yeah, it does make people feel sick. Yep.
For me, even when I'm on a third person server, I play in first person because I know it gives you disadvantage.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I prefer it because I think you get. I just feel better in first person.
Yeah.
So for me, but I don't agree that you should be. You know, it's similar to people who say, "Oh, PC versus console." Oh, consoles are best, PCs are best. Got both, so you've got a choice. You know, you're allowed an opinion, but no, I don't think people should be so extreme in, you know, their feelings about things. First person exists, third person exists. Play what you want to play. You know, you've got the choice. That's why it's there. If somebody at Bohemia turned around and said, "We're banning all third person servers," okay, I'd be happy because first person's still there, but I don't think that would be right. I think you should give people the choice. It's the same with PUBG. If they turn around and said we're third person, that would be wrong. I just choose to play first person because I prefer it, but there are other people who it might make them feel sick. So give people the choice.
The favourite thing for me in the first person is the scaling of things. Like when you play third person, you can't really appreciate how big things are. First person, like in DayZ or Miscreated, a tree becomes a big object. A house becomes like, it blocks your view. It's massive.
Yeah.
You just don't get that in third person.
Yeah, when you're in third person, you're hiding behind.
It's even more exaggerated in VR.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, VR is first person personified. But it's funny because remember the first few times we tried first person, we tried VR, I got claustrophobia.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was giving you those kind of real world experiences in a video game, That's crazy to me. I had to take the headset. A friend of mine came round and put a VR headset on for 10 minutes and had to lay down on the.
Yeah, you do. That's a warning for anyone who's like getting into VR. Early on, you will get motion sickness, but every time you go into it, you get in there for longer and longer. And I can now stay in it for hours at a time and be totally fine with it. Just getting yourself adjusted to it.
No, I think it's a very interesting debate, but I just don't think one way or the other isn't right. I think it's personal preference.
Well, Fallout 4's coming out soon. That would be good in VR. There was actually a guy, I don't know if you know, because we both watch a lot of ASMR, don't we? Ephemeral Rift. He did like it was like a custom Fallout 4 where the monsters weren't attacking him, so it's all very quiet. He did like a little walk around in it. It was all very ambient and beautiful. I'd love to do that in VR, just stroll around it because it is a nice place. Have you heard?
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I mean, Skyrim's coming out in VR.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that would put me off Skyrim, and it's the spiders, because I'm not sure I could handle. I can handle them just about when I'm playing it on PC.
You must be hating this time of year because there's big spiders everywhere at the moment. Everywhere.
Yeah, I'm touch wood, been very lucky. But touch wood, I've been very lucky. This year, and I haven't seen any big ones. I've only had tiny ones. Fingers crossed I don't run into many, but I know so many big ones.
Is that guitar behind you tuned? Do you want to strum a little?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not very good.
You've been playing all your life. Come on, this is your moment.
No, I'm not very good.
We can edit it and put it onto
Guitar with Stoninho.
Yeah.
No, we'll leave that.
Okay.
I don't want to show myself up.
I've got a guitar over that way in my room.
Although I tell you,
but mine's for show, purely for show.
I'll tell you what I did buy the other day, and I'm going to vanish out.
Okay. What you got there?
I bought two very cool things. So I bought one of them is a little speaker, right? So this is a Black Star.
Okay, what is that for your guitar? Is
speaker.
It?
This is for the guitar. So it's got the guitar amp plug-in.
Okay.
It's battery powered, so it functions everything that an amp does, but just a lot less power. So I think it's 3 watt. I think I'm not 100% sure. But
okay, so it's enough for being indoors. Enough for indoors, yeah.
It's perfect for sitting around. It's really good. But then the other thing I bought
is a giant dildo.
It's a giant dildo. Now the other thing I bought is this, right? So what this is, that is a so it's a Vox AC30, and what it does, it plugs into the slot on the guitar where you plug your lead in.
Yeah.
And then you put headphones in here, and you put your headphones in,
and
you play guitar through an amp, very small, but it's got all of the effects on it.
Oh, wow.
And only you can hear it through headphones. It won't play external, but you can hear an electric guitar through your headphones. And it just plugs into your guitar, and it's brilliant. I just think it's such a compact little thing. It takes one battery.
That's a cool gadget.
And you've got a full amp that just plugs into the end of your guitar. So I could literally go walking down the street playing my guitar on an amp. And it's that big.
So you don't have to worry about neighbours either, do you? You can just have it plugged in.
And that's exactly why I got it. It was because I'm not playing enough guitar, and my speaker is that big.
So what stuff has it got on it? So effects? It's got like reverb and things out on it, or
everything that you can pretty much get on a standard amp, but it's just condensed into one button. That's like a cycler button. Yeah. So you press it sort of 9 times, and it goes through all the different effects. It's nowhere near as good as a giant Marshall stack or something.
But that'd be no good to you, because where would you ever play it? You could be you'd have to have it all like whisper quiet all the time. So if you had something like
the Giants, exactly, and that's exactly why I bought those, and they weren't expensive. This was, I don't remember, 20 quid, 15 quid.
Yeah.
This speaker was maybe 30, something like that. I might those prices, but I just went onto a site and looked for the best sort of mini amps and found those two. And
we should have done unboxings quite a bit, because we've got so much crap between us. Not crap, but tech between us, gadgets and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, yeah. I mean, I'm looking around.
I've got a loft full of boxes.
Yeah, I could, Oculus, GoPro.
Oh,
barely
GoPro.
been used GoPro.
GoPro Hero 6 comes out soon.
I've got
4K 60 frames.
I've got a Hero 5 that came out. I got like the week it came out, and I've not filmed anything with it. I took it to I-59.
Yeah.
And filmed and never done anything with it. So I need to find things to use. I've got the attachment for the side of the car. I've got the underwater kit and never really used it.
Just have it in the bath.
Yeah, no.
But I'm going to be getting Hero 6, definitely.
Yeah, I just, well, when you get it, we need to go and do things where we can use, because that's my, that's one of my big things. I've got nice camera, nothing to film with.
No.
So we need to film things.
Yeah. No, cool. Okay, dude. Well, I think this is like we've run on 50 minutes now, so I think it's probably a good length to end the inaugural. Inaugural's right, wasn't it? Inaugural, is that the first?
That sounds good to me.
Sounds good. The inaugural podcast, vidcast, video stream. What I don't know what
video streamycast.
I do. Yeah, video streamycast.
Beer with BAM.
Beer with BAM. Issue number 1. I don't know now where we actually upload it. We obviously streamed it, so that'll be on Twitch. I'm going to put it on YouTube because we're recording it at the same time at 4K. So YouTube upload will probably take all night, but I'll do that straight after this. It'll be uploaded hopefully by the morning with hopefully good quality. But when next? Do we put it on iTunes? Is there a platform we can put it on? Just pull the audio out and have that? I don't know. What do you know about podcasting much? I have no idea.
No, I mean, I know you can put it on iTunes. I know you can put it on SoundCloud. You know, I think we need to probably look into those. But, you know, I think the first thing we need to work on is this has been a good tester for us.
Yeah, it's been random. Obviously, topic's been randomised. And in future, we'll probably have more structure. And it'll probably be condensed into maybe half an hour of stuff. But we've got the first one on the belt, haven't we? So. And
I think there's a couple of things that we have some feedback. I mean, obviously, we anybody.
Yeah. Hey, Jingles, how you doing, man? You all right, mate? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. We're wrapping up now. We've just done it 50 minutes, but you got in at the best time because we've finished.
Yeah.
You have to sit with our talking shit the whole time, but it's good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. I'll be uploading it to YouTube soon. Don't worry. You can watch the whole 52 minutes of it. That's your night planned.
So yeah, I think what we'd love is some feedback from anybody who watches it on YouTube or anyone who's caught the Twitch. I don't think we've had many people in for the Twitch, but
no, it doesn't matter.
We'd love some feedback. One of the things we talked about is what beer should we drink next time.
Yep. We have to mix it up a bit. We have to. That's a rule. We have to have a different one every time. Like
I agree. Yeah, I think and I don't think we should be limited to beer. And the only reason I say that is.
Was that a cut away where it cut out for me? I don't know if it cut out on stream, but for me it cut out then. What did you say?
I said I've got a lot of cider in my fridge, so I don't think we should be limited to beer because I need to get rid of it.
Okay.
So no, but if there's a beer that anybody wants to try, we can get a couple of bottles and
we could try some really exotic, really funky stuff like 8% volume, like just be absolutely pissed after 2 bottles of it. That'd be great. Scrumpy.
Wait, what was the one? What was the one when we were younger? White Lightning?
That was it, right? Okay. I need to talk about this. My first time, I didn't get drunk till I was 23. The first time I got drunk any alcohol was when I was 23. When I split up, when I got divorced from my wife, my first wife. I
glad you made that point.
Up to that point, I was teetotal. I've never smoked, but I never smoked, didn't drink, didn't go out. I wanted to get pissed. I was determined. So I left my wife, determined to get drunk, and I drank absolutely shitloads of cheap White Lightning cider. So much of it. I used to play football a lot. I used to always be there training Tuesday, Thursdays, playing Saturday, Sundays. And I remember Sunday football, halfway through the game, being sick on the pitch and having to come off. And it was just like the first time. I'll never forget being drunk that time.
Listen, and everybody who's watching,
yeah,
and anyone who's listening to this, yeah, whiskey and I agree with you about the whiskey stream because this year I've been learning whiskies, so I've been doing taste tests with a friend of mine drinking whiskey, so I totally agree. But yeah, Tesco's in Watford. Jingles, are you local? I'm Watford.
He's Watford, yeah, he's Watford. I'm Hemel. I'm a Hemel boy.
Well, I'm not. I'm Uxbridge, but I live in Watford now. But
yeah,
North Watford, next to Harry Potter World. Anyway, that's too much detail. Yeah. But I'll tell you something. He's a very modest guy, but BAMBAM is a fucking good footballer.
Not anymore.
But you used to play for Hereford at a decent... Oh, Pinner. All right, it's not too far. Yeah, Bam Bam was very good footballer. Didn't you play for Hereford at a decent? No,
No.
Hereford, not Hereford. Sorry. Who did you play for? Begin with H.
Obviously, just a Hereford team, really, but they was in a good league. I was never like great, but
You were good. I remember you were a bloody good player. One of the best players I played with, for sure, and I was useless.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, I was always too short. I'm not like short, but I'm like 5'10". But I used to always play centre half.
You were centre half. Yeah, I was going to say you were
I could jump. I could header. I was never scared to header or tackle. I was quick. That was my thing. Hey, Fabian, how you doing, man?
So we need to keep this going now because
I know
we're getting some interaction. We can't stop now.
We've been talking for 55 minutes, and now these people turned up. So it's like
Fabian, we literally were just about to finish.
Yeah,
so
we've talked about some random stuff.
This is bonus content just for
bonus
you.
Footage.
Just for you and Jingle.
Yeah, we didn't even have beard talk. Like, trying to grow my beard out. Do we see it? Like this is only about 2 weeks of beard, and it's gonna
beard talk.
I'm gonna go for it. Big bushy beard. It's gonna look stupid.
What are you gonna go full on?
Well, I'm gonna go full on because I've watched a lot of videos, and it says that when you first grow a beard, and I've never grown one before in my life, properly ever. I've had a bit of stubble, but that's it. But you've got to leave it alone. And I'm at the stage now where I just want to get rid of it because it's like looking scruffy as fuck. But I have to leave it alone another 2 or 3 weeks, and then at one point apparently it's going to be you'll wake up one day and it'll be a beard. That's what I'm hoping for. Just to wake up, look in the mirror and go, oh yeah, I've got a beard, rather than just scruff.
I can't say I've ever seen, so I can't give you any tips, but I'm sure there's people who can. But no, I get to a point where it just gets too annoying for me, and I have to shave it off. So I'm a bit. No, it's bum fluff at the moment. As much as I try, it's never going to be.
You watch. I'm committed at the moment, but give it a week, and I think it might be a bit too much. I don't know.
No, I just. Someone suggested to me that the best thing you have to do is you have to moisturize. It sounds really weird, but apparently you have to moisturize it, otherwise it gets really annoying and scratchy on.
Yeah.
And I tried it once, and I just thought this is too weird. I shaved. So you need a beard expert to give you that kind of information. But
cool.
Yeah. So going back to what we were saying, what we need is we want some feedback on content and structure,
stream, the layout of the stream.
Yeah,
we want audio and shit like that.
Frequency is another thing because Bam and I, I'd love to do something once a week. I think it would be nice, but with your shifts, your shifts, it's gonna move around a bit.
But now we've got this set up working. We should be able to, even if we just do half-hour ones, find some time for half an hour. Now it's going to take longer half an hour. By the time you've had a chat beforehand, discuss what you're going to talk about, done the podcast, and then upload it and things like that, it's going to take longer. But we should be able to find half hour here and there in a week.
Well, and the thing is, we
stream quality is spot on. Thanks, man. Cheers, buddy.
For the pair of us, I don't think we want to make this a chore, right?
No, it's got to be easy.
We said before this, we don't want to do any editing.
No, there's none at all. What we say,
goes out
onto YouTube.
If we say something controversial, they're in. We don't want to be spending, or I know from videos before. We spent half an hour recording something, and then you ended up spending 2 hours.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Putting the finishing touches. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, as soon as it's finished now, it's going straight up on YouTube straight away.
Exactly. Chilled out, beer with Bam, bit of interaction would be lovely if we can get it, but if not, no worries.
Yeah.
YouTube comments to say, have this beer or try this whiskey. Brilliant idea for the whiskey there, Jingles. Love it.
Plenty of random topics, stuff that we're interested in.
Random topics that you want us to talk about. We just want to sit, have a chat, have a beer, maybe get the odd guest person in. We want Rob to come and join us. We've
got a friend, Rob, who's going to be part of this
I don't know how many people I don't know how many people know, but probably not many because,
Hobgoblin beer. No, I've seen it. I've been sorry.
I've heard of it.
Tried Hobgoblin beer. I've heard of it. I've seen the pictures of it when I go Tesco's. Never actually.
It's an ale, isn't it a real ale?
I don't know. I think I'm at the age now where I can start drinking ales. How old could you have to be when you start drinking ales?
Stino's is here as well. Look. We were talking about you earlier on. Your ears must have been burning.
When do you drink stout? That's what I'm a stout age now. 40. I can drink stout.
Right. Okay. We're making a note.
Bitter.
Hobgoblin for next one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jingles. Yeah. We'll have one for next time. Definitely.
Hobgoblin. Right.
Hobgoblin. Yeah. Is it nice? Is it?
I've never had it. My dad drinks it. He drinks real ale, and I don't really do well with warm
My
beer.
dad used to drink.
As you heard with me moaning at the beginning of the stream about how warm my beer is.
My dad used to drink McEwen's lager.
Oh dear, that's
I know,
a completely different direction.
Yeah, I know. I can't. That's disgusting.
Yeah. No, I'm not good with warm beer. So yeah. Dino's loves this because we're talking about beer. Is that right?
this whole podcast is going to be beers and boobs and. Yeah.
Well, boobs twice. You said at the beginning. We haven't talked about boobs.
We haven't.
Which one's your favourite? The left or the right?
We did. We talked about VR porn, so it kind of covers it a little bit.
You talked about VR porn.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
But yeah, so which one's your favourite, left or
right? I like to.
Since we haven't talked about boobs, so.
Yeah, I don't like to sort of like just show one too much affection. I like to spread the love.
I love it. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, if I have to
should
say,
have a favourite.
If there's a favourite, I'd say the right one.
No, you shouldn't have favourites. They're like children. It's like me saying to you, which of your kids is neither, or not any of the three. You've got to give them all three of them the love.
Yeah.
So left, right, yeah, absolutely. We really are talking shit
it
now.
For me. Like I can't talk about it now because I was talking about boobs and now I've got kids in my mind now. It's just random. It's so fucking. It's so wrong. I can't say I like boobs now because you mentioned my kids.
Sex life.
Exactly. Yeah. That's killed the mood. I'm all sort of gone all soft now.
Yeah, too much information. This might not make it on YouTube. This will definitely be demonetized on YouTube if you start about.
Jingle's got a vibe.
Oh, there you go. Jingle's got a vibe. So
have you discovered porn?
Watch the video.
Porn is the best. Wank VR. Sorry, it's going vulgar now. We're going to end the stream definitely soon. But Wank's VR, yes, amazing. Jingles, you're right. If you've had,
this is going to get banned on both Twitch and
potentially.
YouTube.
If you've seen VR porn, you cannot watch 2D porn again. It's nothing like it. VR porn, the women are in front of you. Like,
can I just say
in your face? You can taste it.
Can I just stop you there and say that the only VR porn I've experienced
is around my house
while you were sitting next to me, right? That's just wrong.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Stoney watched porn around my house. What was watching VR.
I watched porn around your house while you were sitting next to me, and I had a mask and I couldn't see what you were doing.
That's what friends do.
It's not what friends do. It's what
I like teabagging you. What are you doing?
I thought I could smell something.
What?
I thought I could smell something.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think Jingles. I think there is. Well, they advertise it on those websites.
Jingles. You need to watch the last 50 discussion because we've talked about what was it? Groinal attachments.
Groinal attachment. Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Oh dear, that Red Dwarf episode is going to be real. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we need to knock this on the head because we've got an hour now. We need to upload this to YouTube. It'd be too big. But Jingle's nice one, man. Yeah, I'm gonna upload it. We've been while we're streaming it. Hopefully the stream quality is good. But I've also been recording it at the same time in 4K, so we can upload that to YouTube, and hopefully that won't take too long. It might do because it's gonna be a massive file, huge file. But we'll try it, and next time we might have to record it in 1080p if it takes like a week to upload. But who knows?
Yeah,
give it a go.
But yeah, if you watch it, leave us your comments.
Oh yeah, let's know what you think.
We should do this now, mate. Beginning of next week, Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, we
will record another one, right? Because that's we'll work it in around your shifts. But we should set a date now that we're going to do it early next week. We'll try and see if we can get Rob involved in it if we can.
Yeah.
But let's try that.
Yeah, this one. So yeah, we said at the start this one was just going to be a bit of a ad hoc, bit of a train wreck, really. Train wreck on the podcast because exactly. We talk shit for an hour, which is what we do when we get drinking anyway, which is pretty cool. We want more structure. We want more structure, but this one was just literally if we overthought it too much, we wouldn't have done it. We've actually just done it now, so we can move on. The first one's done. We can learn from mistakes. We can add stuff to it. Yeah, so I think I'm happy we've done one. Happy.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, after talking like for years that we wanted to do it, so it's cool. But yeah, that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys from coming in. I know it's only recently, but if you're welcome to watch it back, it'll be on Twitch and it'll be on YouTube as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. And as Tony said, Monday, Tuesday we'll do it again. We'll let you know on Twitter. Catch you 100%. Later.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and Frobrian need a BAM or I can make it. So
Yeah, you have to watch that bit on the video, but unfortunately, yeah, it sucks. Big sucks. See you guys soon.
Thank you.